Hello, everybody out there in Videoland. My name is Doug Waugh, and I am a independent writer, producer, director, actor, kind of everything all thrown into a blender. And I'm being interviewed today from Tony Newton. So thank you very much for the opportunity for that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and fire away at some questions. Well, when I got into filmmaking, I was about a teenager in high school, and I watched Toxic Avenger. And that changed my world because when I watched Toxic Avenger, I realized it's like, man, this is the perfect film. This is the kind of film I wanted to do, and it was such a fun movie. I'm like, man, movie making must be really fun to do. So after I did that, I was in high school and I was shooting little short films on mini DV cameras, if you remember those. So I was shooting mini DV tape films in high school and just kind of branched out from there. So now I'm living in California. Granted, I'm not making the dinero on independent films, but I'm working on them at least once a year. One film every 2 years or so, one at least once. That's what I'm trying to do. So just trying to keep myself busy, staying active, and doing what I love. Even if I don't make much money from it, I'm doing what I love. All right, so the first film project, I brought a little visual aid. So back when, what year was it? Around 2010 or 11, this anthology film came out. It's called Treasure Chest of Horrors, and it has 3 of my short films and then 1 short film from Sean C. Phillips, big YouTube guy. But yeah, he worked on one of the short films there, and I did 3 of them. And the 2 short films that were on there at the time were ones that I made back in high school, and then the 3rd one was one I made for this anthology. So you can hunt that down from Amazon. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Best Buy, all that fun stuff. And then after that, we made a sequel, Treasure Chest of Horrors 2, which actually Sean C. Phillips was played a baby in my short film on this one here. And Miles Dougal, if you remember from a lot of Adam Rifkin films, he's in this film as well, too. So, yeah, a lot of cool things from there. And then the most recent ones I've done have been Gross House 2. That's the newest feature film that I've done. And you can buy Gross House 1 on DVD. So you can get this from like Amazon, Best Buy. But yeah, this Gross House, my buddy Alex Powers, who I met back when I was in high school, he lives in Tennessee. But we've co-worked on many of films. In fact, we co-directed and co-wrote Gross House 1 and 2. So we've been working a lot together. In fact, one of the first feature films I worked on as a producer, I wasn't a director on this one, but I was a producer. It was for Sadistic Eroticism. This is a film by Alex Powers. So this was kind of the creme de la creme of our first foray into filmmaking. This one stars porn star Sophie D and a few other porn stars and a bunch of actors that are still friends to this day that we all met through LA Casting. But Alex Powers came down from Tennessee. He stayed at my place, and we shot at where I was attending college at Long Beach City College, and we shot this film over the summer. And yeah, needless to say, it was a very stressful experience. It was a very fun experience, but we shot this film on 2 old VHS camcorders to give it that 1980s retro shot on video look, kind of like Black Devil Doll from Hell. Any other shot on video film you can think about, The Ripper. That's another one. But yeah, so Sadistic Eroticism, that was our first foray into feature filmmaking. It was stressful, but it was a lot of fun. Michael Q. Schmidt, who's in this film, he went on to act in Gross House 1 and 2, Don't Touch That Dial, which is a film I directed, which is now on Troma Now. So if you subscribe to Troma Now, Don't Touch That Dial is on there. It's a feature film directed by me. But yeah, so a lot of people who worked on this one are still working with us to this day. I've been shooting, I've been shooting little films and stuff like that since 2009. But the real stuff, really, like the feature films, really didn't happen until 2011, 2012. And that's the thing for you filmmakers out there. Don't get discouraged when you're working on a low budget film, and you say you filmed it about 2 years ago and it's still getting together. Distribution could take up to 3 years for it to be released. Don't Touch That Dial is a 7-year-old film, and it just now, last month, got released on Troma Now, their streaming service. So 7 years of limbo, it finally got released. Gross House 2, which is our newest feature film. Yeah, when Alex Powers and I made that about going on 3 years now. Jesus. Yeah, we filmed that. That's barely getting a release, and that's through B Movie TV on Roku. So if you have a Roku, subscribe to the B Movie TV channel, and Gross House 1 and 2 will be playing on there on a Saturday night horror show. They haven't announced it yet, but a little insight for us. So a little sneak peek of Gross House 1 and 2 on B Movie TV. Well, what I'd say, advice from the film industry, do what you want to do. And here's the thing, work your ass off. Because I don't have any family. I didn't start off with any family in the film industry. I came straight from Cleveland, Ohio to California and decided to just get my feet wet going to Long Beach City College, learning what all I can do with filming and stuff like that. And I realized the thing too, going to like film school and film classes. Not necessarily film school, but it's film classes that I took. A lot of the people in my classes, they'd be like, "Oh, my film is much better because I've got a $3,000 camera." It's like, well, yeah, but are you constantly making things that you can make it anything? Like for example, the newest episode I shot for Mulligan's Monsters, which Rob Mulligan, by the way, he has a show on Troma Now called Mulligan's Monsters. And we shot that, in fact, that's what this little monster here, this is by Joe Castro. He created this little puppet. This is Baby Incel from the short The Incel on Mulligan's Monsters. But like I said, we shot that on a GoPro Hero 8 to kind of give it that, that action-y type feel. But yeah, so this is Baby Incel here. He's a standard hand puppet. You just shove your hand right up his ass, and he talks. So, yeah, that's that there. But like I said, the advice I'd give to filmmakers is do what you want to do. Do what's on your mind, jot it down, and just build your group of people that want to work with you. And here's the thing, it's like a lot of actors on Central Casting, needless to say, a lot of them will work for free. And when you're doing stuff on a budget of like maybe $200 for a feature film, that's you need as much as you can. I'm not making much money off of this. Alex Powers, my buddy, he's not making much money off of this either. And yet we just decided to shoot. We get a script together. We get actors. We set out times when people are around people's work schedules, or actors who are available at the time, and we'll shoot. That's pretty much how we did Sadistic Eroticism. We shot all that around. Jesus, how many people were in there? 30 people in that film. It was a big cast, and we worked all that around a summer, and we shot the whole film in 5 days at Long Beach City College during the summer. So that was a lot of fun, a lot of memories, a lot of stress, but a lot of fun. So filmmakers out there, do what you got to do, and just find a distributor. You just have your work shown, and you never know what will happen there. I did want to say a few things about the Incel from Mulligan's Monsters. You can see that on Troma Now, as well as the Don't Touch That Dial film. And that's on Troma Now as well. And then B Movie TV is showing Gross House 1 and 2. It's a double feature on Saturday nights. So, like I said, we'll post about when that date is. What was that? Baby Incel has something to say. He's about to rip my face off because I didn't say follow me on Instagram at Doug Waugh Bizarro. I'm going to put it right down at the bottom of the screen. Doug Waugh Bizarro on Instagram, because then I'll be able to post all things on the story. You satisfied now? I got my Doug Waugh Bizarro hashtag out? Yeah, Baby Incel agrees.